Hey, what up? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Sing it to me. Good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Sing it again now.
No talent.
Woo. What's up, guys? Thank you for showing up for our FireLine Live episode cuatro, number 4, with my boy, number 4.
3 for me.
3 for him. That's right, where he been. And listen, speaking of him, this is my boy Andy
Block.
in the house, and of
This
course,
is
Alan G. Moser is here with y'all, and we're gonna have a great time tonight. Thank you for showing up. I see you, D, already, or Ray in the house. There's another person in here. I think it might be you, or it could be Dave. You never know. He be lingering around in the rafters like his boy Sting, like his boy Sting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. He's gonna shoot me for saying that. Yes. Oh man, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing good? This evening, 2:00. I'm working on my computer, guys, just to get sure I can see the feed. There it is, saying live, ready to profile.
It has been a long week for me.
Has it been a long week for you? What you been doing, man?
Well, Sunday I had an actually pretty good day. Got to play one of my favorite board games of all time, Twilight Imperium.
Hold up, you just said. Okay, hold on a second. As my thing just messed itself up. Hearing you talk about Twilight. Hold up. What just happened?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
We're rolling.
I know you're rolling. I'm trying. You tell about your week. Keep going. You said something about your day, your week.
I played one of my favorite board games of all time, Twilight Imperium. For those of you who don't know what Twilight Imperium is, it is an epic space opera board game. It is a big game, and I'm not talking just about the size of the box, although that's pretty big in and of itself. Takes anywhere from 6 to 10 hours to play this game.
That sounds way too long.
Depending on who you have playing with you and everything that's going on. It involves space combat, exploration, and even has mechanics for diplomacy in it. And not just like Monopoly diplomacy, like I'm going to trade you this for that. There's actual cards that have negotiating things, like you can't come into my territory unless you do this for me, or I'm going to give you this card that says you can't do this unless you do that. And it's all kinds of good stuff.
My question is there any fireballs, any lightning from Raiden, any kind of
No.
action? You see, it ain't going for me.
I have it's you can definitely see they got a lot of inspiration from lots of pop culture. I was playing a faction called the Necrovirus, and it's basically the Borg from Star Trek, and they get their technology by assimilating technology from other races. So it's the Borg. I played the Borg.
And wait, are you considered a nerd or a geek?
I am both.
Only both can play that game, because I'm already mind blown. I got stuck at Twilight and glimmering vampires. That's all I got out of the whole day. But anyways, so your week was good playing the game. You said for 9 hours, you said?
9 hours. We
9
started
hours?
at
That's crazy.
Started at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I didn't get home till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we braked we ate and everything during it.
Man,
6 players.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was great.
I will say, when you play video games, it does take you out for a minute. I remember a few times playing either God of War or the Battlefront. I'll notice 6 hours go by. Yeah. I'm like, where'd that go? Started 10, 11, and 3 o'clock, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Like, whoa.
Yeah. The people you have around the table also make the difference. If you're playing it with people that you don't like, then you definitely feel the passage of time. And it's like, you guys we need to stop this. But if you're playing with people that you like and you interact with and and stuff like that, the time is nothing, because you're enjoying the time that you're spending with these people.
Yeah.
You have lots of moments during a game like this where it's like, oh, you sneaky, you moved all your ships next to me and you promised you weren't going to attack, but you did. And then you get that, get that camaraderie of that, that kind of feel. It's a It's one of my favorite games.
What day is that?
It was on Sunday.
I won't be there.
No, it was only that Sunday. This is one of those games that you have, because it takes so long, you can't play it sporadically. You have to plan it. You have to say, okay, we're setting this day aside to play this game.
God that I got church on Sunday. Now I can't make those 9-hour gameplays. So
right after church.
right there. Well, guys, thank you guys for being here after that long monologue.
Yeah.
What up, Mr. Dave Ignowski? What's Andy's opinion? We gonna get there. We're gonna answer that in a second. Let me do my intro deep. It's good to see everybody in here. We thank you guys so much for hanging out. Yeah. I got my small opinion too, because I didn't buy it. So we're gonna keep up with that. Should tell you a little bit right there. But guys, thank you again for being here. We're gonna go ahead and go through all these questions. For me, week was good. Been doing a lot of different things, and finally been recording on my keyboard. Got some did an Axel F remix, if you know Beverly Hills Cop, and I also did a Godzilla remix, Monster, if you will, from Eminem. But I'm gonna do like a jazz hip hop version, which I don't think anybody has tried to do, and I want to be the first. So that's what we've been working on this past week, plus of many other things. Man, you know, this Slurpee is making me want to take I gotta go take a poop, y'all. Like, I feel like I gotta do a number do-si-do. It's one of them days you have a Slurpee. This is a pina colada cherry limeade mixture, and I don't think it's doing well with my stomach. It's doing like, and I gotta clench the butt cheek. So I might do an hour and a half of butt clenching. Is that a word? Butt clenching? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever taken a poop, just curious, taking a poop, and kind of like, you know, it flowed out so nicely that you didn't have to wipe for, you know.
Yeah, you had a clean pinch.
You had a clean what?
Clean pinch.
A clean pinch? You ever had those days?
Sometimes.
Sometimes
I do.
Because I know for me, man, I bring my phone in there, and sometimes I sit there and I'll play a video game, you know, or read an article, or watch a YouTube, whatever. Yeah. And I'm in there for a 30-minute, 20-minute poop. It turns into like 2 hours.
I don't go that long.
And
I
your leg,
for 45 minutes.
Does your leg and your feet get numb?
Sometimes my wife will ask, "Are you still in there?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
"Dinner's ready, hon."
It's my quiet place.
It's the quiet place. Yeah. So definitely, if you want quiet time, go sit on the toilet and enjoy yourself. So we're gonna ask the first. By the way, what's happening with this thing right here? It turned into a super wide screen, so I can't see how normally I see it, and I just started typing. I don't know. Is it done? What happened? Let me see. See, Andy, my thing's supposed to know. The Long G, what's going on? See, he on point, my guy. We got Helen Callie in the house. What's going on, Helen Callie? What's going on, Long G? What's going on, Dave Ignowski? What's going on, D or Ray, whichever one of you guys are on the chat. So we're going to answer Dave's question. It says, what's Andy's opinion of WWE 2K20? You go first. Let's go.
I don't like any of the 2Ks. I lost interest in those past 2K13 or something like that because it's just recycled garbage. In my opinion.
That is tough. Hello, Coco. How are you? That was short. I didn't think you would know that short.
What else is there to say?
Oh no.
I got 2K13 and I was actually pretty impressed by it. But they keep releasing them yearly, and it's just like by the time they come out, the roster's already updated. And it's just like for the people that I actually want to play, they're either not in there or it takes 4 freaking weeks for me to make them using their stupid custom thing because they don't have them as templates or nothing. And it's just a pain in the butt. And some of the features I like from the old ones, they get rid of in the next one, and then vice versa. And it's just, I'm just going to stick with the one that I have that I like. And fine, I don't need any of these new ones.
There you go. For me, I was really upset with this last one, 2K20, because of the fact that they didn't have a lot of the returning players from all the other 2Ks that you would think. The DLC was really, did I say really weak, in my opinion. I didn't know anybody in it at all. I mean, yeah, I know it's part of NXT, but just kind of like, yeah. What's going on, Elijah? Good to see you, buddy. But yeah, I think 2K20 was the weakest. I heard there was a lot of different glitches going on, more than any other 2Ks. The DLCs again weren't the greatest. I have 2K15 all up to 2K19, and they're all fun, you know. And I think one of the things that 2K should have done, or with the game itself, almost like I think 2K NBA. I don't play 2K NBA, by the way. All the NBA guys that do 2K. Those games, I guess they have patches. So every time they got a player gets a new jersey or a new something, they patch it real quickly, right? WWE, let's say right now, right? Let's say 2K20 is playing right now. We know we got 2K21 if they are coming out with one. Let's say they have a whole outfit change, right? That won't even show up at this next game.
Oh, wow.
It'll be like the you know what I mean?
It'll be this year. It'll be last year's outfit.
Yes.
It's all out. That's what I.
Yes.
One of the things that really bothers me, and it's like by the time the game comes out, everything's already outdated, and they don't patch anything to bring it up to date, or they don't patch in DLC new rosters in or anything like that. And that's I think that would be a much better business model. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefront 2 is doing it right now, where they came out with the game over 3 years ago. First year obviously was really difficult to get things ready, and then of course these last 2 years have been really cool. And they're not making Battlefront 3, and I think for another long while, because they keep adding DLCs.
Yeah.
They just keep adding new planets, new maps to play, new things are making better. And so if the technology is like that, I think every game should have that instead of, you know, having different numbers for game.
Yeah, that's kind of how I think they should do it. They should release the core game, and then over the next couple of years, you know, DLC roster updates, roster updates, and then every few years release an updated engine so they can work on the engine update and get it right, so that they're not just cranking out games every year that are buggy and glitchy and just messed up and just crap.
Or I don't like when you get some players. We'll just use wrestling for example. Some players that were in DLC on 2K15, 2K16, they're not even in the game. 2K17, they make it back an appearance. In 2018-19, they're not even there. And then 2K. Yeah. So it's like, have them in there for the whole entire thing. It ain't like you don't have the rights to use them. Does that make sense? So I don't know. I just think it's dumb for them to do that.
It's stupid. And that's why I stopped. And that's why I don't really care. I don't follow any of the new WWE games because
Right on. Well, hey guys, I hope you guys went to my DM on the FIRELINE ENT Instagram page. If you have not gone over there and follow me over there, please follow me at FIRELINE ENT on Instagram. You can always DM me your live or your questions that I will answer. We will answer here live for you on the channel. And we got the first one, ladies and gentlemen, from you. You two are hyped. I guess we're hyped. At Yahoo said, did you hear that the WWE diva Sasha Banks is now in the Mandalorian season 2? Oh my Lord.
Okay.
There you go. Your thoughts. Our thoughts. What's your first thought?
My first thought is I didn't really care for Sasha Banks as a diva anyway.
That is tough.
Thought she was all right, but she wasn't particularly like, ooh. But whatever, maybe her acting chops are better.
Ooh. Ouch.
I like I can't remember her name now, but the lady in season 1. She's an MMA fighter.
Okay. If I could, you could pull that up really easy, actually.
But she was in Deadpool.
Yeah, she also plays in Fast and Furious. She's played a few movies. She's a martial arts actual MMA fighter.
Yeah, and she's awesome. I like her. She can beat me up anytime.
Whoa. Gary didn't mean that. In the show, she's still in the show. They're just adding And I don't know, guys, if I do not know if Sasha Banks' character is going to be a one-off. I'm doing great, Mr.
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano, yeah, that's the name. Yeah, huge fighter. I believe she's a champion.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think she'd be a great character on the show. And I think Sasha Banks' character, we don't know yet. It's too soon to tell. Now, we are getting it a month early, so we're not getting it in November. We're getting it in October, and I'm excited for that. And so we'll find out if she's in the entire series or if she just has a small cameo, or if it's just a one episode thing and then she dies. Have a good day. Y'all comment down below and let us know what you think her character is gonna be. What you think it's gonna be. If she's gonna be on the light side, or if she's gonna be on the dark side. Now, when I say
everybody's on the dark side in Mandalorian,
that is true. There really is no really Force users other than Baby Yoda, and of course, we're calling
just call it the child.
No, man, that doesn't sound. Listen, if you had an opportunity to name the character, you're gonna. I know it's called the child, but I'm saying as for fans, are we really gonna have a thing that says the child, or we're gonna have Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda. As of now, Baby Yoda, and the only one, and then the one that I don't know if he has any Force user, but the guy at the very end that had the dark saber. Does he have?
He has Force powers.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. We're gonna see that.
He's not a Sith. But he is dark.
What is his name? Do you know his name?
I don't remember his name.
Yeah. I mean, it's blanking my mind.
Yeah, he has a. Oh, I forget what it's called. But they showcase it that particular blade. They showcase it in is it Rebels or Clone Wars? One of those animated series. They showcase that particular type of blade in there, and that's why everybody was like, whoa.
Yeah. It's. I think right now, next to this next series, I see for the question. I will say that a Mandalorian, if they keep going the route that they're going, I don't think they'll have a bad season. This could go on for a very long time and have a good show, have a good show run. All right, moving on to the next question. Like I said, comment down. Let me know what you guys think about or let me know what you think Sasha Banks' character is going to be in the Mandalorian season 2. All right, our second question is genius all the time. Matt Yahoo says, any word on when the trailer is coming out for Cobra Kai season 3? Also, who do you think is coming in season 3 from the Karate Kid universe? This is one of my favorite next to Mandalorian. I'm itching.
I love Cobra Kai.
Itching because it's supposed to be coming out in April.
Trailer,
and there's no trailer. It's supposed to. Well,
just gonna drop
no. There's supposed to be a trailer, but I'm saying April is when they're usually dropping season 1. They dropped it at the same time. Same thing for season 2. So April is pretty much the time they're gonna drop it. Around that springtime area. Give or take a couple weeks here or there. But usually the trailer they'll drop at least a couple months, and we headed to that couple months territory. So it's got to be any day. I'm looking forward to drop my trailer reaction on that. You can check out my trailer reaction for season 2 on there, and also season 1 earlier day. So definitely check those out there. So who do I think is coming from the Karate Kid universe? Now we all know that the Karate Kid new version with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan is not a part of the universe; it's completely its own entity. I'm sure they might do something just to bonk us over the head. Probably one of these days, probably like season 5 or something, Jaden Smith shows up as one of the bad guys that went wrong. And Jackie Chan, I don't know. They might, who knows? They might, I'm not saying it's part of the universe, but they might do like a cameo just to play with the fans.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We'll see.
You know who's going to show up, though?
On Real? Also, I was going to say, I already know who's going to show up. There's 2 characters that's for sure going to be there. I already know.
Terry Silver.
Yeah, Terry Silver he already posted something on his Instagram.
He's going to be freaking amazing, too.
Yeah, he's going to be awesome.
The guy was so over the top in number 3.
It was so cheesy but good.
It made number 3 watchable.
Right. And I will say that, and then Elizabeth Shue will definitely back because she's the one that's saving Miguel, if you will. Yeah. Now I will say this, that I know this is not a Karate Kid question other than just who's in the universe because it's coming, but I will say it's so funny. I cannot rate 1, 2, and 3. And everybody's like, oh, it's easiest. If 1's the best, 2's the second best, and 3's the worst. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, sorry. And then the next Karate Kid is the worst. So it actually, the way it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say this: 4 is the weakest out of the entire bunch, obviously, because they tried to sign on Daniel LaRusso's character, which is Ralph Macchio. Did I say that backwards? Ralph Macchio's character, Daniel LaRusso, and they didn't sign him. So then they went with doing a different direction and the whole family friend of Mr. Miyagi's, and I guess it was corny and cheesy. But again, I liked it where they try to again do something different, kind of like a Rocky 5. Rocky 5 obviously is something different. I always said that if Rocky 5 would have had the fight in the ring with Tommy Gunn, it would have done great. What's going on, Gord? I didn't see you on my end, but good to see you, Gord.
She just popped in.
Gotcha.
Just to say hi.
What's up, Gordon Ramsay in the house. Before you leave though, Gordon, leave me a question on here. Write me a question. I'll answer for you. And then, where was that at, my friend? Where was that at? I want to do that.
You were talking about how number 4 wasn't really that
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, it's bad. It's still bad, but it's not like where it's you know, you call it where it's killed the franchise. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
It didn't kill the franchise,
Yeah.
but it was.
Yeah,
It
and
was
so I'm looking for some of those guys because it is said to be canon. By the way, it is canon. So I would love to see Hilary Swank. I personally, I already said this in the last show that I truly believe that the guy that plays the lead bad guy is also in the same, I think, war military with Terry Crews. Terry Silver. If Terry Crews shows up for Mandalorian, I'm all messed up. For freaking Cobra Kai, I'll lose it. But yeah,
while doing his peck dance.
I know. Oh my lord. But oh man, wax on or wax off, Gordon Ramsay. I always wax on. Just letting you know.
Wax off.
Yes. So I like to see that, and then of course in Kreese, them 3. So Kreese, Silver, and that I cannot remember his name, the character's name. But like I said, love to see those guys be a part, and they're like one of the bad guys, and then see Hilary Swank be a part of that good. So we shall see. But if you had to rank the Karate Kids for you, 1, 2, 3, and of course 4 being the Karate Kid, what would be your ranking? The same as you would see it? 1, 2, 3, 4? Because some people like 2 better than 1 sometimes.
Yeah, 2 and 1 are kind of equal for me, and I like number 3 a lot because it's way out there. But 4 it doesn't even really register on my radar. In fact, I don't even own it. I don't watch it.
That's tough. Yeah, and then like I said, for me, I actually really enjoyed 2. 3 is one of my favorites that everybody dislikes. I really love the part that we got a chance to see Daniel go down a path that everybody didn't think, because he's this little Mr. Good Two Shoes, right? Like nothing could go wrong with him, and and he's got to help Mr. Miyagi. Everything's great, and man, was that far from the truth. You watch that movie, he takes a dark path.
Yeah, he gets pushed,
and that's why I love it. And that's the thing, I think that film a little bit was ahead of his time as far as taking characters, to that breaking point that we don't see. 1 was still cool. So I kind of rank it the way it is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But 4 not being where it's really bad, where you can't watch it. There's some really cool parts in the movie, some cheesy parts. I like the bowling scene. I'm surprised you don't like the bowling scene, because that's kind of funny when they use their chi power to bowl.
Their bullshido.
It's awesome. No pun intended. Oh my goodness. Gordon Ramsay asked, good, thanks for asking, just really busy. I need some coffee. Well, there's some Starbucks probably down where you live, or a coffee bean, and get that handle. All right, moving on to the next question, if you will. You're saying in the Karate Kid universe, you're saying anyone else besides Terry Crews and Terry Crews? Oh my God, Terry Silver and Elizabeth Shue.
Those are probably the biggest names that come to mind, but I can't think of anybody else that would probably show up.
I know Bad Boy, Mr. Mike Barnes, is supposed to, which is Sean Cannon. He's supposed to show up, but I don't know. They might bring him in towards the late or maybe even at the end. And then he's part of season 4. I know he's been talked to. I saw him at Dragon Fest, and he already said that, yeah, just waiting for the call, and they have something. But he didn't know what season that was. That was back in season 2.
Yeah.
He didn't know what season that was. So they're shooting, by the way, they are shooting, I heard, 3 and 4 back-to-back. They are shooting Cobra Kai 3 and 4 back-to-back. So
we won't have to wait long for those.
I hope so, man. All right, here it goes. Number 3. It's now or never. It's now or never at Gmail, yeah. It was said today that... I'm just kidding. Anyways, it was said today that the Fast and Furious 10th and final movie of your favorite saga. It's mine. Sorry. The Fast and Furious 10th and final movie in the saga will be split in 2 parts. Wow. Do you like this call? And do you think they didn't have to call it, they should have called it Fast 10 and Fast 11?
Yeah, why split it into 2? Why not just call it Fast 10?
I think I know why. Because
that doesn't make any sense.
Only because Vin has made multiple for the past probably several years. They're only going to be like, okay, that's like Star Wars saying we're doing, check this out now, we're doing 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
So there's no, because each one has its own.
I guess
trilogy.
it is weird to end it on 11.
Right, or if it doesn't agree.
But still, it's just like, okay, you got Harry Potter, for example. They end on the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
They did that because, well, it ends with the Deathly Hallows. And the Deathly Hallows is the thickest book of the entire series, and they couldn't cram the entire thing into one movie, so they had to split it into 2. But Fast and Furious, they couldn't. I mean, they were going to do that with Infinity War, and they decided, that's dumb.
Yeah,
we're going
Endgame.
to do it with Infinity War and then Endgame.
They actually said that they were going to do that for Episode 9 for Star Wars, and I think they should have, because that probably would have made a lot of fans. No, I think because you couldn't make just Episode 10 and then leave it there, because then you had the 10, 11, 12. But I heard that some of the stories would have had, the story of Episode 9 would have had a lot more breathing room, and people would have accepted it a little bit better, because it wouldn't have been so jam-packed in this big old ball, which ended up everybody disliking it because of that.
Well, if the fans weren't complaining about everything in The Last Jedi, they wouldn't have had to cram-pack everything.
I totally agree with you.
Now, what happened with theirs, because instead of just saying, okay, we're just going to play off of what Rian Johnson did and make a cohesive story, JJ felt, oh, now I have to redo everything and basically put a whole trilogy's worth of crap.
You know what's funny is the only thing he really did, if you really look at it,
he didn't really do that much.
Yeah, basically he took everything that Rian Johnson was already doing in Episode 8, which was all the time jumping and all the different things between Kylo Ren and Rey, where they're able to do that force thing, the projecting, whatever they're doing. Like, he carried that over.
Yeah, he did.
In all of it, even the part where Luke can transform himself, even though he's already dead in this movie. I mean, he didn't even change that much.
He didn't even change that much. He used everything Rian Johnson put into place, and even those people who are like, "Oh, this is just a big fu to Rian Johnson."
Oh no,
it's not.
Nah.
He's playing off of it. He's saying that Luke kind of learned that what he did was wrong. That's what he did. It wasn't an fu to Rian Johnson.
Right.
It's a big fu to you fans who are complaining. I'm ashamed to call myself a Star Wars fan, is what it is.
Where's my hoodie at? Do it. But I will say that that Episode 9 did feel like, and it wasn't that he was trying to change. He was trying to put his take of what his 8 would have been. If you catch what I'm saying, like that's
Instead
why.
Of just putting 9 in there. He was like, oh no, I want my 8.
I want my 8. So there's a little bit of 8. Ryan Johnson's 9, and everybody 8 and 9. It was just like it was 2 minutes. It was too much. Yeah, for the 2-hour runtime, 2-hour 40-minute runtime, it should have been 3 hours. Because Marvel Disney owns Marvel too, right? Yeah. So I don't see why Disney could have said, look, Marvel had 3 hours. Why couldn't we do 3 hours? It should have been. So with that, I'm okay with a 3-hour Fast and Furious movie. I would be okay with it, but like I said, cutting in 2, and there's probably going to be a gigantic cliffhanger like always, and I hope they do a 6 months, but it doesn't say 6 months. The post that I read showed It showed summer 2021 and summer 2022. So they are doing a 1 year apart. We still got Hobbs and Shaw too. That's going to be fitting there
Doesn't matter
somewhere.
to me.
Yeah, and we got the spinoffs with Rodriguez. Let me tell you something, man. We gonna be. This is the Fast and Furious. Vin Diesel's a one smart. Don't underestimate this guy. This guy's a genius.
Vin Diesel's great.
My man did the very first dropping. When have you ever heard of a teaser trailer or a trailer, launch trailer, and have a concert? It's never been done. And this guy's is just genius. He's genius of all to me as a fan of Vin, working way back into his younger days of Boiler Room. If you have not seen that movie, it's an awesome movie. Check that out. That comes with Ben Affleck and oh my God, the guy that played in Gone in 60 Seconds, the guy that played Nicolas Cage's brother, Giovanni something.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh, I like him. He's good. He's real good. How do you say his last name?
Ribisi.
Ribisi.
I think that's how you say it. I know that's kind of how it's spelled. If I'm butchering the pronunciation, I'm sorry, Giovanni.
Yeah, we sorry, man. Hey, you good, man. We love you, man. You awesome. All right, so yeah, I think.
Did you know Vin Diesel played D&D?
Yeah. I heard that
he's a Dungeons and Dragons advocate.
Check this out. I heard that he bases off the Fast and Furious movies off Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Terry Crews plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, he does. Dave got a question. Really more of that Fast and Furious movies, they jumped the shark after episode 6.
They jumped the shark after number 2.
Let me tell you what's happening, Dave. They're going to have in episode 10, I call it episode 10 because it's like Star Wars, but movie 10, okay, of the franchise. They're going to have it in space. I see Dominator and the crew going up in a shuttle. They're going to fly to the moon. They're going to have a freaking, what do you call those little things again?
The buggies.
The buggies. They're going to have little buggy races on the moon. It's going to be epic, man. And guess what? You can't see John Cena in the film because he's in there as well. I've been to his house, want his address. Oh, yeah. All day long. All right. Have a good stream. Thank you, Eli, for being here. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's move on to question 4. So as we're going to that, I do want to say it doesn't matter to me. Call it Fast and Furious 11, Fast 11, 2 parts, Fast 10, 1, 2. I don't care. Give me all the fast because I'll enjoy it. All right, moving in to question number 4. It says, hit me, 27 at Yahoo says, what is you and Andy's favorite sport to watch and play?
Favorite sport to watch and play. I like watching baseball.
There you go.
Playing, I guess baseball as well.
Okay, that was easy. For me, I don't watch anything anymore other than I do watch occasional wrestling. That's sports entertainment. And then I also, you're supposed to say, wrestling's not real? Let me show you what you would have said. Just say the same line I just say. Go ahead, say the thing that is sports, wrestling, entertainment. Say just what I'll do.
Sports entertainment.
You mean to tell me wrestling's not real?
Wrestling's
not fake. There you go. Yeah, thank God I didn't do. I would have made it really loud and big or something good. No. Why? It's not true. It's impossible. No. What episode?
That's Empire Strikes Back.
Y'all was. I mean, you wearing the shirt, but not Empire Strikes Back. So I was like, I was like, what? I had to check that power rate out, man.
I had to differentiate my whiny Skywalkers for a second.
Yes. Whoa, baby, taking shots at y'all that did it like 8, just doing like Rocky Balboa and Creed, just throwing the bows. Okay, all right. Yeah. So and we used to watch football. Like I said, I have a favorite player. What I call the greatest of all time, the GOATs of GOATs, Marcus Allen, one of the best running backs ever played. Because he not only played running back, but he played fullback, he played quarterback, he played wide receiver, he played tight end, he played every dang position there was in football, and did just an amazing job for all of it. And I was talking to one of my other friends about this the other day. His stats, there is 6 years he didn't play. When he was for the Raiders, the last 2 to 3 years, 2 to 3 years, he did not play at all for LA. And then check this out. Then when he got called the fullback, all the running back stats, I guess they don't count that if you go to the fullback status. You don't get a chance to play like you should. He did another 2 or 3 years for Bo Jackson. He shared the team like that. So imagine if he had those 6 years, where his stats would be even bigger than what they are now. And I still think he holds some records as of today. So as far as playing, I like to play football. It's fun when I can. And I think basketball seems cool to play, fun. I don't mind playing any sports. I think it's all fun. You know what I mean? Just being out there. And it depends on who you're playing with too, man. If you're playing with family and friends, and then it's fun. I will say, if my boy Rob was here, we'd be talking about basketball days, because we used to do the whole white men can't jump, scenario. If you know the movie with my boy Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle, with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. I was the Woody Harrelson character, and of course my friend Rob, he played the Wesley Snipes character. And we'd always go to the courts and hustle people for a couple bucks. Back in the day when we were junior high school, it was crazy. Good time. I wish he was here. We could tell those stories. Maybe one day I will. All right, moving on to the next question. We got Don't One Push Me, and MSN says, what Star Wars show do you think they should make and put on the Disney Plus?
We've kind of talked about this before.
Kinda. We didn't talk about what
shows we think they should have.
I got one right off the bat. I ain't going actually two right off the bat. Two.
Go for it.
They should carry on the Darth Maul story from Solo. That whole syndicate part. I want to see that, since y'all messed that up, because y'all said Solo, whatever, y'all complainers and haters. Yeah. People that enjoyed that and loved that, man, now we don't get a part 2 because y'all were haters. And then go support the movie. Because we could have had an epic Solo 2. But I'm okay if they just, like I said, put that in there as a Disney Plus series, 10 episodes of that, and bring back Kira. And even, not actually Han Solo.
I don't care if Kira comes back. I just want to see the Red Dawn.
Yeah, I want to see my man with the prosthetic legs do his things, or the spider legs, if you will. That's going to be awesome.
Well, he does face off against Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars.
I saw that. But are they going to, here's my, real quick, I know we're going off topic. Are they going to reshoot that in a live action? Because the Obi-Wan Kenobi spinoff is supposed to maybe have that scene. I'm okay with that.
That would be kind of neat.
Because even though it is canon the way they have it, it's just something about live action I just can't tell you between anime or cartoon version versus live action. Actual truly. And I'm not even talking about live action as far as like Lion King is considered live action /
It's animated.
It's animated, but it looks photorealistic, if you want to call it that. So I wouldn't mind seeing if they did it like that. You know what I mean? If they said we're gonna do a photorealistic of that series,
they can't do people like that just yet.
Almost,
but not quite.
I had one more real quick. Darth Vader. I would like to see a Vader series.
We've seen enough of Vader's story.
Oh heck, not to me. That one part. No.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Want everything.
No,
so,
I no. I want to see. Hold on. I want to see more. There's too much of a gap. I know he's the baddest of all time, but there's a really big gap from Episode 3 when he kills them younglings and of course does everything that he does and gets the helmet. Then you see him in New Hope. You know what I mean? Yeah, we saw him brief moment in Rogue One, but that's what I'm saying. I want to see all the different missions that he got told to go do from Palpatine, and did all these different things that he did to go. He went to all these different places and was this ruthless thing, this entity that's just nuts. Like, I want to see that 10 years span or whatever that was before he, you know what I mean? I'm not saying to hash out the same, like how he became Darth Vader or moments after. No, I want to see because that suit, my God, you saw the way he was in Rogue One, how he was still, even though he was walking fine, but at one point, I don't think he was walking very, you know what I mean? Like trying to learn how, kind of like how Darth Maul would probably, with his spider legs when he first got it, probably had trouble, right? I don't know. That would be my thought. What about your movies or your shows that you wouldn't mind seeing?
Show that I wouldn't mind seeing is I would like to see There was a video game put out by LucasArts. That's what they used to have their video game company called, LucasArts. And it got put down quite a while ago, but it was called Republic Commandos. And it took place during the Clone Wars era. And it was about these 4 clone troopers that were Republic Commandos. I would like to see a TV series based on them. It was pretty cool. It had a really good kind of storyline about these guys. It's kind of a band of brothers kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
I think that would be very cool. Because we get a little bit of that in Clone Wars, the series. But most of Clone Wars focuses on Obi-Wan and Yoda and Mace Windu and Anakin and Ahsoka, or whatever the hell her name is, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
I don't even know. I don't even like her.
Whoa! Okay.
No, I don't.
You gonna get stabbed.
I know.
Through the phone.
Those fans are gonna come after me. I diss them and then they tell me.
I actually like Ahsoka, but I ain't gonna stab you because you're my friend. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's tough.
I don't really like her that much. But I would like to see a series focused entirely on like a band of brothers aspect, on like Republic Commandos, on just like a single unit from them, and how the camaraderie and them losing guys and how they developed and stuff like that. I know we have what's his name, Commander Rex and Commander Cody from Clone Wars, but
different characters.
A few more guys added to that unit that start to develop their own personalities, and then we get more of that.
I think the studios are afraid to. They always want to hold on to the characters that are dear, which is obviously, I mean, it's always, people are always afraid to do new things, and it's just, you know, and it shows somewhat to be proof when you try to do new things. Look what happened. I'll just use 7, 8, 9. You got the new characters, which everybody complained about because they didn't have backstory. I'm like, okay, well, neither did the other characters. 4, 5, and 6 didn't have backstory of them either, other than the books. Like just like 7, 8, 9, they have books too. I mean, I'm just saying that I think it's real tough when you're saying, hey, try something new, then they do, but then you don't like it because it's not to whatever your expectation is. Right. And that's why, that's my biggest issues is when people say that, and it's like, well, dude, one of my biggest things, we talked about it many times, episode 8, like, I feel like that one scene, if Rey and Luke, and I know it's just a fight, and I don't mean nothing because it's very, very small, but the little fight they had, she had like a double-bladed lightsaber. And then, of course, he had like a stick. So they both had sticks. One was like a bow staff, and then one was, like I said, just a regular stick. They had a fight. Now, someone actually edited, I gotta send to you, edited with a lightsaber fight. They actually put the lightsabers in there. I'm telling you, if they would have had that scene, just that alone, I think people would have even enjoyed it more, because again, in 8, one of the biggest gripes of it, all besides Luke, Space Jesus, and everything else going on that went bad, and then the Supergirl, Leia, people were upset they didn't get a lightsaber battle. They didn't consider the throne room scene a fight scene, a lightsaber battle, which I think was one of the best fights in Star Wars. Even considered, to me, I still thought it was a lightsaber battle because there was lightsabers fighting in it. It just, they weren't fighting each other. Still a battle to me. But my point is that me watching that scene with the lightsabers, I did see it. I was super hyped about it, and I could see why people can feel like they got gypped. But remember, this is where you got to take your mind off, as you want to be a fan and enjoy what you wish you saw in your head or what you thought it was going to be. But sometimes the director, right? Now, this is the first time me hearing that he don't like Ahsoka. That's crazy to me, right? Because I think Ahsoka is a cool character, and I don't even know it that much like my other friend does. My point is that just because he doesn't like that, so that means when a movie comes out and Ahsoka is one of the main characters, that he gonna hate the movie? Nope. That's my point. It's like, and when you do movies, man, it's so tough to
disassociate.
Yeah, with what you want to see, because we all have. This is me too. We all have something that we want to see in the movie. We have whatever it is, and then when we don't hit that expectation, when people don't hit that, the directors, the actors, the actresses, then we say the movie sucks. And so that sucks because you guys got everybody like Andy, me, all my family and friends, people around the world I don't even know, all have different thoughts of it. Now, we might have similarities. We might go, oh, we like that movie because of that particular reason why, but that doesn't mean we hit all the points. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Oh, what's going on, Teresa? Good to see you. Boo boo. Hey, Teresa. I'm hoping that we answered that question. I think we did. So you're saying that one show there, and of course I said the two that I had, and
I don't want it to like cross over into like the other stuff. I'd like it to be its own. You know, have some cameos and stuff like that, but nothing like dependent.
Yeah. See, and for me, I'm not saying I have to have it, but I like that a lot when things like, let's say something you're like, man, there ain't no way it's connected. Yeah, well, heck no. And then like the 9th or 10th episode somehow. You're like, oh, wait a minute, did this happen? And then you can like, oh, I love when that happened. That happened to me last night with Legends of Tomorrow, with DC's Legends of Tomorrow series. Something happened in like episode 8, and it was really cool because they had reference of Star Wars. They were spoiler if you have not seen it, but or if you have seen it, or I'm sorry, you haven't seen it. They go back in time. And they accidentally erased George Lucas' Star Wars, and it messes up with Ray Palmer's, and messes up with, and then the Steel Dude, and they had to go back and get George Lucas. You have to make those films. And then the best part was, when they're in I remember sitting there is the garbage, the compactor scene, and I'm going, oh, they are not doing it right. See, stuff like that. Is so cool.
I don't mind a little connections and throwbacks and stuff like that. But I don't want it to be like the Clone Wars TV series where like every episode almost every other episode or whatever, you have Obi-Wan showing up and giving orders to the unit or whatever. I just want it to be like they're on their own in the war doing their thing, and this is like a side chapter that's happening. And every now and then they hear like, oh, Commander Obi-Wan did this on this planet way in the hell over there. You know, stuff like that, that's fine. And then it ties it to that. Because then you're like, you hear that in the show, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that episode in Clone Wars. That's fine by me. But I don't want it to be like, this is Clone Wars 1.5. You know what I'm saying?
That's the cheesy title.
but that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want it to be its own entity.
There you go. Too much info. 1333 at Gmail says, any news on the Transformer movies? Yes and no. I did see we got Happy Flux. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Happy Flux, you're more than welcome to write us in a question right now in the chat. We'll answer it live for you right here on the channel for you. So yes, Bumblebee 2 is happening with the Optimus Prime Bumblebee spinoff. I believe that is going to be 2. And I heard they are doing, actually I think that would be 3. I apologize. There's supposed to be one that's Bumblebee 2. Then Bumblebee and Optimus Prime spinoff, which is the buddy cop thing. And then they are doing, as I believe, the Michael Bay 7, where maybe they do Unicron, because that was what you see at the end of 5. Spoiler alert, you see the arch of Unicron's piece of his head, the horn. So yeah.
Is the Bumblebee like a prequel? Is it tied to the Michael Bay, or is it its own?
They did it in a way where they did that on purpose, because they didn't know how fans were going to react. If they were like, they super loved it to the no ends of no ends, okay, we're not going to go ahead and attach this there. If people really disliked it, then we can go ahead and just put it in as...
just throw it in the garbage with the rest?
Yeah, or it's in the middle, and so you can make your own assumption, because the only thing that doesn't make sense, well, the one thing that makes sense is that he turns himself into, at the end of the movie, into the car that is in Transformers 1, which is the 68 Pontiac, or 69 Pontiac. no, I'm sorry, the Camaro. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Chevy and
The yellow.
Pontiac.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The Chevy where it has the two black and the two black strips and all those things. So he turns into that sports car at the end when he was in one, when he finds himself in that
The
junkyard. And then the post-credit scene on Bumblebee, they show, after they do that part and it shows them driving off to the sunset, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, it shows Bumblebee and Optimus Prime in the woods, desert wood, where it's probably going to be that ship that wrecked or whatever it is, or the home base that they had in the anime cartoon. That's what people are believing is what's happening there. Okay. And then you saw all the ships or all those flaming things that would come down and that became robots and stuff like that. You saw that come down. Then in Michael Bay's first one, you see that as well. So what they could do is they could go back and forth. They could do Bumblebee the 1 and 2, maybe do the spinoff. They could do all that and say they're all prequels to the first one if they did it properly, timely guys. And then of course number 6 with Michael Bay's version. So I will say this. Look forward to all of it. I will say that I do like the G1 versions of all the robots. Man, I got giddy. The first 3 to 4 minutes of Cybertron scene of the movie of Bumblebee. It's like watching Lion King, the live action version, the photorealistic. It was watching it that crispy and so clear, seeing Optimus Prime, seeing Bumblebee, seeing Ratchet, seeing Swindle, seeing Sidewinder, seeing oh my god, all the guys that you can think of, Starscream, everything but Megatron. Everybody but Megatron. We even saw Soundwave, the original Soundwave. We even sound oh my god, who was the guy with the one eye in the middle?
Oh,
Shockwave. We even saw Shockwave in his Shockwave form, not what we got in episode season Age of Extinction. I think it was Dark of the Moon. Yeah, that's when he showed up there, Shockwave. Shockwave. So I will say that this franchise has tons of room to grow, new or old. Whether you have Michael Bay come back or whether he does not come back and you did pick somebody else but start 6 over. I don't think Mark Wahlberg had anything wrong to do with the movie. I think he brought more to it. I did like Sam Witwick's character, which is Shia LaBeouf, and by the way, he's an actor is oh my god, some of these guys that everybody complain about acting wise. Do you not know that all these guys that are coming back have all had Academy Award, nominations and just all these different things that showcase great acting, you know what I mean? And all I can say is,
well, they nominate themselves.
Sometimes, but it's just like, for example, like
other actors nominate them.
I'm sure
people don't do that.
Well, it depends on what, not show, but what, because each one has one for fans that can do that. You got your own group of people, which is the Oscars and the Emmys and all that stuff. But I'm talking about like different places where. I'll just use the MTV Awards. I'll just use that for example. I'm not saying it's that. MTV Awards, that's strictly the fans. The fans vote for who gets that. So if someone wins the award from MTV or gets nominated, that's not anybody. That's the fans, period. So they have different ones like that. I don't know what they're called. I know that there are plenty of those. But with that, I just think that the Transformers does have room. I think they should stick with the G1 status. I think they are moving into Beast Wars. They talked about going Doom Beast Wars. But I always say this, I'll use Star Wars, for example. I love going back to that Star Wars franchise. I don't like to see them. I want to see them expand the universe and do new characters and completely do something different in the saga for a little while. That's fine. When they come back to 10, 11, 12, I want to see where Rey and all, kind of like with, we didn't get all of them the way we wanted to, just like we saw 7, 8, 9, we did see whatever happened with Han and whatever happened with Luke. And it may not be what we wanted, but we saw the story continue. Same thing with 10, 11, 12. I want to see the story of Rey and Finn and Poe and how that expanded out and that thing. So that's the same thing with the movies that we're talking about with different actors and actresses. I want to see them get their roles, if I'm gonna call it back, and do it that way. So I know this is something that's obviously not sure cup, not just saying it's a cup of tea, but I like to see where Shia LaBeouf had been. I want to kind of see where Mark Wahlberg's character was, or is, and see where it all ties up later. But yeah, I don't know when it's all coming out. I know they did the one point was Beast Wars. I don't think they should do Beast Wars just yet until they got all this done. Does that make sense? Beast Wars was really cool.
Beast Wars was in the actual canon. Beast Wars didn't happen for like several generations after.
Yeah.
So splitting it up like that or throwing it in right away, that's kind of
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I think they should wait, but I heard Beast Wars could be in the mix of that. So look forward to it, guys. I don't know. It's probably the next couple of years. We'll see what's going on with that. 67.3 or 673, I will wait at MSN says, well, it's been in the... Oh, Dave, this question's for you, my guy. Here we go. Well, it's been announced that AJ Styles versus The Undertaker for WrestleMania 36 is happening. Do you think this is a good booking, and what do you guys think? Well, AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. Well, first of all, I'm saddened because I'm not getting my Sting versus Taker match that I wanted. So, again, we're waiting. I tell you, they're going to sign them when they're coming out in wheelchairs. That's what they're going to do. They're going to sign Steve Borden.
It's never going to happen.
He's going to roll himself out. Taker's going to roll. It's going to be, instead of an hour entrance, it's going to take up all Mania.
It's going to be a real-life casket match. They're just going to roll both their caskets out, dump them onto the mat.
Yeah.
And whoever lands on top of the other,
no. Dump them on the mat. Then have a crane pick them both up.
It's going to be like a marionette match.
Yeah, and then dump them back in their own caskets, fold it, and wheel the caskets out. I'll pay for it. I'll buy that for $1.
That's kind of morbid,
but no, AJ Styles versus Taker. I do like it.
I haven't seen Taker recently. I stopped watching wrestling a few months ago, actually more than a year ago, because I got sick of watching Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
I didn't get sick of Paul Heyman. I always liked him. I always enjoy him. He's great on the mic, cutting promos and stuff. But it's just, I got sick of watching the same old shtick with Brock Lesnar being the champion all the damn time. So I just got tired of it. So I haven't seen Taker do anything recently. But I know the last time I did see him, he was kind of showing his age. And I did see AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is pretty young and pretty fresh. And I was really impressed with him, especially in WWE. And I had seen him before when he was with TNA. And he was still cutting his teeth, so to speak. He still had a lot of kind of maturing to do, and he was good. He was very good, but I could still see like he still needed, in my opinion. And I'm no professional or anything like that, but from what I saw, and maybe it was just the way TNA runs things, or who he was with, or anything like that. It could have been any one of those factors, but from what I saw, it looked like he could use some refinement to his style or whatever it was.
I gotcha. I think.
And when I saw him in WWE, he seemed to have gained that. He seemed really cut, really clean, really crisp in everything that he did, and I was really impressed with what he did. So to have AJ go up against Taker, who, like I said, when I last saw him, wasn't doing all that great. I don't know if it would be a really good booking. It's just a fan poll to me.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize this, even though I was a huge AJ fan. I'm still an AJ fan, by the way. But when I first started, I didn't realize he was in WCW before they closed. He was in there from '99 to 2001. He was first part of the, security. Gotta work yourself that way, right? And then he became one of the New Blood, right? And the New Blood faction, if you will, and was part of a tag team and done all that stuff. And he had the flat top haircut and kind of like almost, not Sting style, but had the flat top and then just the
fade.
Yeah, and great wrestler then. I didn't even know who he was. And then with the TNA, obviously. So when you said more defined or more crisp, if you want to call it that, I think to me, I don't agree with that only because of the fact that he's been wrestling the whole time, and then he also has been in Japan. He's been in Japan champion. That's why when he showed up on Rumble, the ovation that he got, we talked about it before, the ovation that he got was like no other. That man lost in the middle of the Rumble, got thrown out. They were still chanting this man's name, and he's not even a homegrown WWE guy at all, and that never, to me, has happened for any wrestler that showed up outside of WWE. Not one.
And Jericho.
Jericho
was born in WCW.
Yeah, but Jericho, when he came in, they didn't like. I guess what I'm saying is they didn't cheer him like that.
I guess not.
Not like that. This is the first time anybody heard have anybody seen AJ Styles in WWE at all ever, even like storyline wise. So I want to say that him being refined and looking sharp. I'm sure they probably fine-tuned some things there. I'm sure they did. But yeah, he was one of the reasons why I stayed watching WWE for a while now. But even now, it's just stale. I don't watch it at all. I only watch the pay-per-views with Dave when I get a chance to. And so I wouldn't mind seeing this match as long as one of them takes care of each other or both of them takes care of each other. I think size-wise, it might work. You got to remember, Goldberg is a big boy. And to see him, that's when the big mess up happened with the whole head drop and the whole thing and the tombstone on and the chokeslam and the spear. It was all bad because Taker's a pretty big dude, but so is Goldberg. Goldberg is a big guy, a strong guy. So for Taker, if he gets weak, if something happens, it's kind of hard to carry that weight. Where AJ Styles is like, I want to say a featherweight, but he's a cruiserweight. Yeah, he's a cruiserweight status. We even put middleweight in there. You know what I'm saying? And my point is that if Taker has a moment where he can't lift up or can't do something, he might be able to pull it off because it's not that big of a guy where he can still toss around, if that makes sense. So I think it would be okay. I think their entrances are gonna be epic because AJ is always as cool, and same thing with my boy Taker. So looking forward to it. I think it should be fine, and we'll see how it is. And I think if AJ Styles wins, then I think that they're trying to cement his stature in WWE, saying he beat Taker. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the reasons why. If he does it and Taker wins, it is what it is on that. But I don't see, same thing with Sting. Like, if they ever have that match, I'd hate to see Sting lose again. You know what I mean? Or same thing. It's like, there's nothing to prove. Why are we booking? And I don't think, if they should have kept his streak at the losing streak, like, he should, not saying should tarnish it, but almost seems like it's going to be tarnished if he keeps losing at Manias. You know what I mean? But you're going to have to, because, like,
that's going to be the new streak. How many times can he lose in a row?
Yeah. So it's going to be, he started off strong with 29-1 or 20, whatever it is, 30-1, and now it's going to end up like 60
and 30.
30. Oh my God, could you imagine 30-30, and then Diaz does retire? Oh man, that's hilarious. 30-30. That's a good one. I mean, what WrestleMania would that be? That'd be WrestleMania 67. Oh, that's tough. We'll get around. I will be 72 when I watch that match. Taker would be like 2Ks. Not even 2Ks.
He won't be there.
He'd be allegedly. Wait a minute. He'd be wheeled out by like an actual, like someone remotely, remote control. Yeah, one of those guys. That's tough. Oh man. All right, number 8, Alex Skip 001 Ayala says, hi Alan and Andrew, big fans of the show. Well, thank you. So when does your new movie that you keep talking about coming out? Is there a trailer for it? I can't wait to see it. You got a movie coming out, Andy?
Yeah.
I knew Andy was. Tell him what's going on, Andy. What's going on with the movie, Andy?
What's going on with my new movie? It's called The Secret Life of Andrew Block.
I almost thought it was Secret Life of Pets. I'm like, they just made that movie. What are you talking about?
I didn't like that movie either. And
so The Secret Life of Andy Block. All right. Oh, what is the release date? I want to see this.
The release date is 2057.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
The trailer is not out yet.
Okay.
It will drop in 2051.
Okay.
And it'll be 30 seconds long. So don't blink or you'll miss it.
There's your answer, Mr. Alex Skip. I hope you get that. You got some time to put us in your calendar. I don't think you might miss it. So yeah, don't blink. I think that might be for me the question. And that question is yes, we're hoping to drip. We're looking to drop the trailer in March. Hopefully the first week or second week in March. And then dropping the movie on Easter Sunday or Easter. And that movie's called The Fight, and that will be coming out. Like I said, those are the trailer time, hopefully sometime in March, first couple weeks, and then dropping the movie on Easter Sunday for y'all to watch here on the YouTube channel. And you gonna take a peek at this movie? I hope so. He said that's tough.
Throughout my script.
Have you seen the? No, I didn't. We used it. I would mean your script. You mean my script that you helped enhance the script. I like how he said my script. It's my script, but then he just enhanced it, made it a little better. He going bye.
Of course, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm just checking. It might help your soul, though. You know what I mean? I'm just a little bit. It's one of those spiritual ones. All right, yes. So looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to your movie too as well, Andy. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. All right. The Only Force User, I like that. Hey, Yahoo says, have you and Andrew gone to Galaxy's Edge and ride the new rise of Resistance yet? No. I want to go do that ride. I heard, not that I'm in trouble, but just overload, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. If me and Andy or him and his wife or me and my family, we go, right? We have to put in the night before, right? For that ride. When we get there, we double check, make sure everything's there. They say yay or nay, okay, but we have not got the ride yet. We're not still yet to go. We're just making sure we're still on the list. Then throughout the day, they have an opportunity to call you to go to your ride, or they may not call you because they didn't get to you. Then it doesn't roll over to the next day. You just have to put it in the end. So you can go the whole day and never ride it. Never. So I don't know. I'm waiting a little bit.
And it could suck too, because one of those times that they call you, you could be on something else.
Yeah. And if
you could be on Thunder Mountain or something, just enjoying your time, getting the call, and then all of a sudden you get off and you missed a call from Disney.
Yep, and then you don't get that time back. So if you're on a ride, you either have to make a choice, get off it or whatever. Or if you're on the ride itself and you missed a call, they don't even give you like a time frame. They say, okay, well if you don't make it, then you don't make it, and then you miss out. It's like okay, we'll put you on the next ride. Nope, you got to do the whole process again. So.
You're just out.
What's up, MC Slats? I see you, girlfriend. Don't forget to ask some questions here live. Appreciate you, girl, for being here on the chat. We thank everybody that's being here. I'm going to go through the list. Teresa, thank you for being here. Happy Lux, thank you for being here. Teresa, Helen Callie, thank you for being here. Eli, thank you for being here. Gordon Ramsey, thank you for being here. Dave, thank you. Ray, Coco, Loco, Long G. Everybody that's been in here, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're enjoying the show with you. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Thank you guys for the likes and all the good stuff there. It's awesome. We're hoping to see this thing soon, with our family, but we're just waiting for it to be a little bit more polished up, if you will. Moving on to the next one here. Too much hate at Gmail says which period time had the best movies? And it looks like it's set as a trilogy mark. 40s, 50s, and 60s. That's one. 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's two. 2000s and 2010s. So I guess we're supposed to pick which genre of period time. I know I said that wrong. Don't judge my speech impediment. My speech impediment. But it is fine. Don't ask me to spell it. I really messed it up. So between the 40s, 50s, and 60s, which would be the best period of time for that? We'll just go there first. Between the 40s, but don't worry about these. Don't worry about that. 40s, 50s, and 60s. Which period of time had the best movies, you think?
Between the 40s, 50s, and 60s?
Yes. I'm going to say 40s because they kind of have the dance, the black. I mean, they had color in that, I think, at the time. but like the singing movies, like the what do you want to call those?
Musicals.
Musical. I should know that. Musicals, yes, musicals.
I would say the 40s too, but I would even take it a decade before that, say the 30s.
Okay, there you go. All right, now with that, 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's easy. 80s for me.
80s.
And it's crazy because 70s had a couple of what would be in the 80s, and some in the 90s I would get, you know what I mean? So
There's a little bit of bleed.
yeah, because you had sequels and prequels, right? 80s was just bam, right there. Now, the 2000s and 2010s. Ooh, that's a tough one for me because I have some good ones in 2000s, and then I have some good ones in the 2010s era.
2000s.
There you go, okay.
Yeah. Double goose eggs.
See, I'm in a toss-up right now because Matrix is in that 2000 range.
Wait a minute.
And 2010s.
You know what? I'm actually going to say 2010s.
Who you got? What was your deciding factor? I said Matrix.
The MCU.
There you go. There you go.
Because Iron Man dropped in 2007, 2008.
Yeah, around there.
And then after that, it's just been.
Yeah.
So.
Even though I like the universe, but Man of Steel for me, 2010, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going 2010 era. As that. That's a great question. I like that.
That's the last one.
No, not the last one. Is it?
No.
Oh. Tomorrow Never Dies. That sounds like a Bond film. Yeah, Yahoo says, I know you guys like wrestling. Do I? So do I. And I was wondering, who are your top 5 wrestlers in their respected brands? Okay, let's start off with WWE, WWE. We'll start there first. I don't know one of them.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy. I like that.
Mick Foley. And
Foley.
He's been in.
Betty.
He's been in a couple brands, so he covers a bunch of
Ooh,
brands.
we have Bret Hart got mixed in that. So.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, wait a minute. She said, didn't I? All right, I'm gonna pray for you.
I liked the first one, but the other two were junk.
No, they're not.
Yes,
Hater.
they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
That's just because you say it. That don't mean it's junk. That's your own opinion. It's not junk. That's my opinion. So go back. You go look for yourself and you find if it's junk or not junk. Are you on his side or my side? Apparently, I think you're on either side because you said the first one sucks. If you think the first one sucks, you think 2 and 3 don't suck, then you're really confused because he said, you know what I get. Just watch the movie. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. So, Jeff Hardy, Mick Foley, a.k.a. Cactus Jack, a.k.a. Mankind.
And Love. Don't forget the Dude Love.
I do love.
Dude Love now, baby.
Probably my least favorite of his personas, but one of the most fun. Oh gosh, it was just right on there. Roddy Piper.
Rowdy. Okay, and that's your 5?
That's only 3.
That's only 3?
It's only 3.
Okay.
Chris Jericho. It's 4. I know these are all WWE guys, but Chris Jericho started off in WCW, so.
She said, Kane's brother named The Undertaker. I love his entrance music. 100%. 100%.
What's Kane's brother name? The Undertaker? Yeah. Also, Mark Calloway.
Mark Calloway, yeah. So who you got for the number 5?
Number 5. The number 5 slot goes to...
Long drum roll, my guy.
Yeah.
Wipe out.
Listening to the beat.
She said the 5-time Spinneroonie. She said that's WCW. I know he's WWE now, but we talking about before that happened.
Same with Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, same thing.
Jeez. WWE guy.
Come on, my
Triple H.
There you go. Okay. Some Hemsley in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul Levesque.
Paul Levesque. All right. So for me, I have to go with Shawn Michaels, the showstopper.
That's a good one.
I have to go with I have to go here because he was here, guys, before WCW. Yes, and I know Dave is gonna love it. The
Krusty
man.
sucks.
No, Krusty. Whoa, that's WCW. Hold. I said WWE. We talking about what you gonna do, brother? Hulk Hogan, y'all. Hulk Hogan. Gotta have the Hulker. We gotta have the the Macho Man. Number 3.
Love Macho Man.
I do love Roddy Piper. I do love that guy. And number 5.
Some classic guys, man.
Number 5. Bum, dum, bum, 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 bum. The Ultimate Warrior. Yes, those are my 5.
All classic guys.
WWE, WWF guys. Now let's go to WCW, pre-WWE. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Pre-WWE.
She said she loved all the tight suits. Don't be nasty now. Don't be nasty. I'm just kidding.
The Giant.
Ooh, yeah.
AKA the
Big Show. It's the Big Show. We digging deep, y'all.
Yeah, digging. What did they call him? Diesel, right?
Well, that was Kevin Nash. Is
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash. Big Sexy.
Yeah, Kevin Nash.
Okay, you can get it.
I can kind of double dip here.
You can double dip because you can double dip. I'll
because-
allow that.
Because of the brand switching and everything, I can kind of double dip.
I hope you get his partner in there and just get him in there.
Razor Ramon.
What? Come on. Yeah, you gotta give me some Razor Ramon, chico. Yeah, oh yeah, come on. Okay, so there's your 3.
Booker T.
At the 5-time. Spin Rooney.
And DDP.
Oh, bang! I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, my pick. You already know the first one. Ow! Is my boy Sting. Then we're gonna go the other way. Woo! You already not Double J. Heck no. We're talking about Ric Flair. Yes, those 2. And then let's see. Ooh, I want to go deep. Goldberg. We're gonna go some Goldberg action. Bam, bam, bam with the smoke and everything. All right, 3. And then we're gonna go. I'll call it. Even though you called it, I'm gonna call it earlier because you was off brand. It's Booyaka 619 Rey Mysterio. Yes, Rey Mysterio.
He's a junior, by the way.
Yes. And number 5.
You gotta put in his soul partner.
My who?
His soul partner.
His who? Oh. You mean Eddie Guerrero? Nah, I can't put Eddie Guerrero. I even know, rest in peace, my guy. No, I can't do it. But I will do. Oh, man.
He is one of my favorites, MC Slots, but he was just, there's too many.
Tear the walls down! Chris Jericho. And it's tough because I'm going through the list. There's more people that I love. We didn't even call.
There's so many. Like you just said, The Rock, loved him back in the day.
You mean Mr. Ivia?
And he said a few. Macho Man, I love Macho Man.
Hold on, wait. I should have made this more clear. My bad. Now we can do one for WWE. Do one for WWE.
Oh, now you're doing
new.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's okay. We could just do one now for WWE. Go ahead.
Okay. I see what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick mine so you get where I'm going. I'm probably gonna pick some that you gonna pick.
I didn't know the WWE, WWF guys were classic guys.
John Cena, Randy Orton, the Viper, Seth freaking Rollins, baby, Triple H, here comes the game, and then was that 3 or 4?
That's 4.
That's 4. I had it, and when I said here comes the game, I lost it in my mind. Hold up, though. I'll find somebody else there I like. Hold up. This is not my pick. I'm just trying to get. This is not my pick. I'm trying to feed me more. I'm kidding. Hold up. Oh man. Hold up. I got to. I gotta do it. The phenomenal AJ Styles. There you go. That's my 5. Go ahead.
Okay, So I have to amend my other list, so I'm going to do a little swap-a-roonies.
Oh, I like we did that. Swap-a-roonies. I like that.
Yeah. So from the WWE generation.
That was the one I was going to call.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Stone Cold Steve
Oh,
Austin.
that was the one I was going to call.
The Rock.
It was Val.
Shawn Michaels. And then I'm going to put Macho Man here, but he should be on the other list. So swap him out with Triple H, so he can go with his partner DX.
Did he make the draft?
Yeah. And then for number 5,
she said Mr. Perfect, but that's older.
yeah, that's so much perfect is good. His son is good too. I don't know why he doesn't get main card appeal.
Yep, he's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think he's not even in anything anymore.
No, he's
he tried movies. Nope, gone.
Some more modern guys. Yeah, he actually just recently left.
Dude, this thing is lagging. I
That's,
just turned on the light.
You know why it's doing that? It's because you're not caught up.
Okay, I'm hitting the light button switch. And I'm like,
okay. He's not with it anymore, but while he was with it, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, Mr. Moxley, I believe is his real name.
Yeah.
And he is now in AEW, which brings me to the next faction. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go first so that way you don't take my stuff. ECW, here we go. RVD, Rob Van Dam. We got Tommy Dreamer. We call him the Sandman. We got...
No. You know who I'm talking about. I know who you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm doing this because I can't remember the name, but I know this motion. And he was the one with the Sheik. The Sheik. No, it's not the Sheik.
That's old school.
That's Ocean Iron Sheik. Yeah, he's Iron Sheik. What is his name? Sabu.
Sabu.
Sabu is there.
Abu.
Not Abu.
Sabu.
You're not Abu. Sabu. And then I'm gonna say Hugh Morris. Even though he was WCW guy, he did play in ECW for a little bit. So I'm gonna go there right there. There's no 5.
All right.
No, here we go.
Tommy Dreamer.
Like that was my okay. We pick the same ones. Go
You
ahead.
picked the same ones.
I got you.
Bubba Ray and Devon.
Oh yeah. Oh my brother. Testify. I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I can't double dip.
You go ahead and double dip. Go ahead.
Cactus Jack.
That's a triple dip, but go ahead. That's like taking the ranch. You get 1, take a bite, 2, and then let's just swirl a little bit more.
But here's an all new one.
All right, give it to me.
Taz.
Oh, the Tasmanian Devil himself. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot he did commentary, and I forgot that he did play for a little while before he broke his neck.
Yep.
All right, let's go deep dive. TNA. I'll go there.
Yeah, you're more familiar with the roster than I am.
Kinda. We'll go with Matt Morgan. We're gonna go with Senshi. And then we're gonna go with Samoa Joe, because he was there before he went to WWE. We're gonna go with James Storms and Bobby Roode. That makes beer money. One of the best tag teams of all time, and they had it for a moment because I heard that James Storm did sign with NXT, but then he pulled away, didn't like whatever, and then Bobby Roode went to the main roster, and if they would have just got those two together and beer money,
that would have been great.
We would see them right there. Yeah. But instead, we got Enzo and
yeah,
which I didn't mind. They were kind of funny. All right, what's your 5?
Beer money, both of them.
There you
go. Like I said, you're way more familiar with the roster than I was. I didn't really keep up with it, so I wasn't really all that impressed with Samoa Joe. Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's right. Kurt Angle. Your boy Jeff Hardy was in. You can double. You can quadruple dip if you like.
And then Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Hardy. There you go. Put the sign up.
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy. There
We'll
you
throw
go.
his brother in there.
Yeah. Hey. Delete. delete.
Delete.
We need to change that because we're doing from Adolf Hitler.
No, that's high.
Okay, well, keep it low. Keep it low.
Delete.
There you go.
Delete.
There you go. All right, thanks. That was a great question. Thank you. All right, we got to get through these fast questions here. Hot 315 Gmail says, if you had to pilot a ship, which one would you choose? The Millennium Falcon, an X-Wing, the USS Enterprise, the Wave Runner, the Bird of Prey, the Klingon ship, a TIE Fighter, or a Gunstar? Which ship would you like to pilot, my friend?
Not the Enterprise, because on the Enterprise you're just a helmsman at that point, and you're being told what to do.
That's tough. I didn't think about that. That's tough. He's true. He ain't lying. Same thing for the Bird of Prey.
It's true.
Now,
you got Picard or Kirk back there telling you to go warp 10, make it so.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
TIE Fighter might be fun, but you ain't got no protection. You're basically a seat in a garbage can, just waiting to get shot down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'd have to say Gunstar.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Either Gunstar or Millennium Falcon, just because they both are two-person flying the ship. So, or two people on the ship doing the thing. So, that's a pretty question. I like that. You guys, put down below, character-wise, wrestling, who your top fives are for each WWF, then WCW, then WWE, then TNA, and I would say AEW, but they're all they too new. I don't even know. So,
MC Slots, your question: anyone want a 16-year-old? No, thank you. I have nice things, and I like to keep them nice.
Me, no, not really.
She already has one.
Yeah,
no, she just turned.
She's turning 22 this year.
22
this year, so I'm good. Moving on. Here we go. Last question of the evening, guys. I'm too ready. At Yahoo says, did you hear what they are saying about Han's character in the Fast 9 that he could be a cyborg? That's crazy. What do you guys think? He ain't gonna know nothing about it.
Fast is a crazy series. Nothing would surprise me at this point.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you, I know he don't know this yet, but we gonna somehow do. We did a Star Wars marathon. We're gonna have to do a Fast and Furious one to get him up and ready. Okay, and we already know how this goes. We got Fast 1, the prelude to Fast 2. Then we got 2 Fast and Furious.
I actually liked the first one.
Then we have Los Banderos, which is the prequel to 4. Then we got Fast and Furious 4, Fast and Furious 5. Fast Furious 6. Then we get Tokyo Drift, which was number 3 that got placed for 7. Then we're going to go Fast 7. Then Fast 8. Get ready for Fast 9 that comes out May 22nd for my birthday all day long. We're going to do that.
I'm going to make you watch all the Bond movies.
That's 25 films, sir.
Yes, it is.
That's a little bit more than the only 10. There's only 10 to 11. Oh, and Hobbs and Shaw before 9. I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter.
Now, what I think about him being a cyborg? Well, let's see. Are we still? Am I still? That's how bright it looks, right? I think my phone just. I think they dimmed down, but I think the light's good here though. So I will say, do I think it's cyborg? Because in the trailer, spoiler alert, Han shows up. Justice for Han shows up. Act like there's nothing wrong. He over here chewing on his snacks, like he. Waltzing in on a Sunday afternoon, everything peachy and rosy and gravy. So, and not a scratch on him. So, the only thing I can think of is that in Hobbs and Shaw, they do introduce this new weapon or new way that that maybe they'll be able to help people with their bodies or with their situation, with their livelihood or whatever. Because Mr. Alba's character, he has this exosuit or this suit, and he also gets like injected with this serum of something, and he becomes the Black Superman, if you will. So I see that maybe Vin Diesel might have a part of that, because there's another scene in the trailer where Dominic Toretto, the character of Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto, catches a car, by the way, catches it like he's Superman. Right, so he the Latino Superman.
This whole series.
No, but it would make a little bit of sense if he does have the exosuit / has the serum, if you will. it would make sense if that happens. And then of course, Han, they could have done the same thing for Han. Maybe that's why they did that in Hobbs and Shaw to set it up. 4-9, they could do that. And if they did do that, all I gotta say is, Tyrese, you fool. You see, if they didn't do Hobbs and Shaw, you couldn't do anything crazier than what y'all about to do right now, which is go to space, dang it. Stop playing, go to space, have my race on the moon, okay? With the what do you call that one more time? I'm so sorry.
Buggies.
The buggies, man. I want to see the 6 buggies on the moon. And I want you to have have some space girl with her skirt that somehow won't die because of her. Like I want like one of those astronaut skirt outfits. And and that way when she does this, to say go, we have the race of all races right off the moon. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, the best part is, can they float from moon to Earth with just NOS in space?
In that series, like I said, wouldn't surprise me.
Let's go, baby. Well, guys, let me just say, yes, I think he might be. Han's either going to be, yes, a robot, cybernetic, cyborg, whatever, or he could be a twin brother, or he could have just had time away. We'll find out. I'm not sure. I can't say. But it'll be interesting how they pull it off, and I'll be happy either way on how Han comes back, because Han is one of my favorite characters of the franchise. Not just because he's Asian and good looking like myself, but he's just a cool character. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for being here for our episode 4 for FIRELINE Live. And we appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next week. Now, He will be not here next week not because he don't want to be here, but I'll be in Vegas for our spring national event that we have for our ATA franchise that we have and for my company. And so we'll be going over there. We have competitions. It's a martial art thing. It's a lot of fun. We got people from all over the world coming over to compete. We have different seminars and classes for business and martial arts. Then we have all these different things. And who else is saying hi at the last minute? We want to say
YT.
Where's he? Oh, let me get the wrong one. Let me see what we have. Yes, Mr. Echo YT. Thank you for showing up for the last minute, man. We appreciate you for coming in and saying hello. But yes, so I'll be there from Tuesday night all the way till Saturday afternoon, being a part of the event and hanging out and being a part of something epic like it always is every year at Las Vegas for Spring Nationals 2020. And but I might be doing the show myself over there on Wednesday night. So I'll most likely see you guys there. We are trying to figure out how we can do the split on the StreamYards, because I know that you can do that now on YouTube, where you can do the StreamYard where you can have at least 6 people on the chat, but we have not figured it out yet. Hope we can figure that out soon. So if we ever have to go anywhere, if you go, if I go, if we got other people in there, we want to do like multiple places, we can do that, and it'll be a lot of fun. And we can even have some of you guys come up on being part of the show live with us. That'd be fun. So we're looking forward to do that soon. And don't forget about going to our About page on FIRELINE ENT, and definitely checking out not our Patreon, but our PayPal. And that PayPal will go towards all of our new equipment, different things that we want to do to make the channel bigger and better, and for you guys to enjoy all the content. So that way you guys really love what we're doing and want to keep coming back for more. Anything you want to say to them that's coming up soon for you, or just want to say them goodbye? Anything?
No, I just want to say thanks for everybody coming into the chat.
Yeah.
Sticking with us to the end, or even just watching it after the fact. And we hope that we provide entertaining content for you after this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
There you go. There you go. My man is very modest. He, he's the introverter, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the one that's the crazy extroverter. And I have no problem sharing that. With that being said, let's get my music going. Good, folks. Absolutely. Sing it to me. Y'all. Y'all. It's y'all. There you go. You got to say it with some soul in there. Well, guys, again, thank you so much, guys. Like I said, go to that section And whatever you guys give, it is so grateful. 1 penny, 5 penny, $10, $1 billion. It doesn't matter. We're going to use it to do things great for you guys on the channel, so you guys can be excited about all the new things we've got going on. We love you guys. You guys stay safe. Give somebody a hug today. Don't hold back. Be nice to people all the time. Be kind to others. You know, don't be being all crazy. But with that, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see y'all later. God bless. Peace. Yeah. What it is ain't good for absolutely nothing.